Okay guys, excuse me. So moving into next set of videos, and I thought it'd be a good time to bust this little texture machine out. So you've seen in previous videos, I have a hopper which you have to have a compressor for. I've had smaller rigs, if you will, that needs a compressor. I have a big one that has a compressor built in. You saw in one of the videos I used a can for the acoustical spray or popcorn sealing. And the videos that I have coming up, I'm going to show you also different techniques using cans and sponges, other ways that you can do it. But if you don't want to rent the big machine and you have more than just a small patch that you're going to need more than just a can, because cans can get pricey, this is it. This is it. It's the Wagner Power. It's the Wagner Power Tex. Okay, I picked this up I think at Lowe's for around $100 or something. It took me a while to get to learn how to use it, but it's really simple. You have this part, which is your base, I guess you can say. You lock in your hopper part. You turn it this way and it shoots for walls. You turn it that way and it shoots for ceilings, so that way when it's up, it has the texture running through it. And then this is your compressor that allows you to have the air. So this has to be plugged in. Everything on this can get wet except for this. So you just twist this on. You twist it on and it locks in place. This is the whole little rig. Now it comes with 3 different orifices. There's a black, a yellow, and a white. I rarely ever use this unless it's an older house that has really big texture, like a Knockdown or something. You can spray popcorn through this, the same aggregate that you saw in another video. You're gonna mix that up and you're gonna use this tip. So this is gonna be for something that has a really big texture, like a really big Knockdown or your popcorn ceilings. This one I use from time to time. This is one that gives you a good medium to large Knockdown or a splatter, or what they call a splatter drag. So this is your medium orifice. And then this is the smallest one. I use this a lot for orange peel. If there's a real fine or small Knockdown, I'll use this. But usually my go-to is this one for both a Knockdown and an orange peel. I just thicken up or loosen up my mud depending on how I need to match that texture. You add more water to make it finer, you add less water to make it a little heavier. Now the thing with this that I learned is you do have to thin down your mud more than you would have to for one of the other rigs that I have. The reason being is this is what's pushing out the air, and it's not like a compressor. You don't have a whole lot of power like a compressor. Back here, the air is getting drawn in, the air is getting sucked in, so what happens a lot of times is it'll suck the plastic up, and if this gets covered, then you don't have any more air coming out. So because there's a lot of force coming in, that mud has to be thin enough to come out of it. And so that's another thing. When you are shooting your texture, you need to make sure that your plastic is masked off and held down really well, so that way it doesn't clog up the back of this or tear down all your masking that you took time to put up. So all you do is simply, I'm actually going to use this one for this demonstration coming up. You just screw it on the front. You plug it in. This is pretty cool because this part rests on your wrist and you just squeeze the trigger. There's a trigger right here, you just squeeze it. So this is the Wagner Power Tex. A room, you know, a whole wall, ceilings, you know, PB&J, project budget, job size. Don't break the bank. If it's more than what you think you can use with the can, but less than what you need for a hopper or a rig, this is it. Roughly around $100. I highly recommend it. Try it out on some scrap drywall first before you do the texture on your project, just so you can dial it in better. And this is the way to go. All right, let's get to the next one.